All right. Welcome back to another edition of Sam Horn Live with
G-Man and
Round and Third with our buddy.
Chad Epperson.
All right. So, Chad, off day. What are you doing tomorrow on your off day?
Tomorrow, I'm going to drive up to Portland, and kind of they're wrapping up their season in a couple weeks, so this get up there. Obviously, left really quick up there. Didn't get a chance to see a lot of people and tell them bye. So, Mike, the clubby, who's been there for about 8 years now, he was there every year I was there. He's retiring, so want to see, him off and just go up and watch a ball game.
Nice.
So I was at the game yesterday. You're looking a lot more comfortable. You were hitting ground balls, throwing the ball way up in the air, and had a little flair to it. You're waving guys around third a little bit easier. You're kind of looking cool while you're doing it. How you feeling now, Chad? Have you got acclimated to the show?
Yes. I mean, obviously, doing it day in and day out, like you kind of get acclimated, but you know, you're still getting to know some new guys in the trade acquisitions and knowing their tendencies and how they react to certain situations. But yeah, the guys that have been here, I think there's a relationship now, and there's some tendencies they know that I'm going to have. So it does make it a lot easier. Not saying that it's always the correct call, as we found out last night, but they know I'm aggressive, and I've tried to stay the course with that, and it just puts them on alert, when they're out at second base to make sure they're doing their secondaries and getting a good lead, but it has gotten easier as far as like just understanding what it takes and what you're kind of going through in your pregame and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's been easier, but when you're out there, it's like the first night you're drilling and everything's running and you're ready to go.
All right. So, of course, everyone wants to know about the injury report, and guys are updating and letting us know that they're back. Garrett told me about the home run.
Yeah, we
that
saw
Anthony
Roman hit a
hit.
bomb yesterday in Portland. That's still moving, I think.
And then you have Yoshida, and you got even
How about Mickey Gasper last night?
Tanner
too?
coming back. What is that looking like? Are you guys anticipating these guys' story and all of them soon?
I don't know the exact date, but I know it is encouraging that Anthony and Story and IKF are on rehab assignments. So anytime you get to that stage of the rehab, if you will, it's promising. But there's still some boxes to check for those guys. I don't know exactly what that entails, but I do know that when they're out playing, and it's always a good sign, and hopefully they're here sooner than later to help us out.
How about Mickey Mantle Gasper last night? Dead center. Like that kid. He's got some pop.
How about it? They were on him a little bit the night before because
I
he
seen it.
had pulled one down the pesky pole,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, that's where you got to hit it, huh?" So I think he just said, "Okay, boys, I'll show you," and he just went dead central, and
That was Sam Horn territory right there.
Yes.
I tell you, it's impressive. He's just got a knack, for bat the ball, and I know when he kind of got sent down to Worcester. I mean, all he did was rake, and he was on some kind of heater when we called him up, and obviously
He
it's
hit
carried
like
over here.
386 the whole month of July or something, half of August.
I mean, just crazy.
You know?
But glad to have him, and obviously he's producing, and you're going to get a quality AB from Mickey, and just happy for him to be back up here and be in the big leagues.
Well, when it's guys like that, you just said it. You're happy for them. They're back in the big leagues after being sent down. Talking about that, there's players that, like you said, they're on their way back. How hard is it to decide to either continue with the people who got you there or bring back your stars?
Yeah, that's a good question, and it's way above my pay grade, So, I'll leave that to whoever they think it is. But I will say it takes a village, Sam. You know this. It takes a village to win, takes a village to get into the playoffs, and you've got so many different pieces throughout the course of the season. And every one of these guys that put a uniform on has produced and kind of contributed to where our season is today. And, so those decisions are not easy, obviously. And, but it's not like you're replacing them with foreign people. We know these guys, we know what they're capable of doing. And when they're healthy and they're right, it's going to lengthen our lineup and make us a better offensive club.
Hey, Chad, what are they saying about that Frank Arias, Fenway Frank?
Yeah, how about that kid? I mean, he's just been on one kind of heater himself. I mean, I was privileged to have him for, about a month there in Portland, and the kid's just got a good idea of the strike zone. He doesn't chase, and he forces you into the strike zone. And when you do come into the strike zone, obviously he can do damage. So, I know he's continuing to swing the bat very well down Worcester. But as far as like what their plans are for him, again, way over my pay grade, and I'll let them decide on that.
Right.
So, Chad, I was looking at the schedule today. You guys have a favorable schedule coming up. You only have to worry about maybe, say, Yankees, Tampa, the Cubs towards the end.
We own the Yankees.
Are you happy just coasting into the wild card, or do you put everything you have to try to actually win the pennant?
Yeah, no, I think these guys are their sights are set on trying to win our division, and but again, like we talked about numerous times, it's day by day, right? Like you look at the schedule, and just last week, right? So you think, okay, we can go into Pittsburgh and we should win a series there, and we end up losing a series, and Sam, this better than anybody. Like MLB, it's hard to win in the majors, and it's you can't take anything for granted. And I think the guys kind of the way they responded coming back home against a good team here in Arizona, and have taken the first two and secured the series victory. It's promising. And but these guys are day to day. I don't think they're looking ahead. And again, the noise is there, and I'm sure you can't turn it off completely. But once they get to the ballpark, we're focused in on winning today.
Talking about noise at the ballpark, the fans have really, really been letting you guys know that they appreciate your game. Do you guys hear that out there, and does that really matter?
Oh, it matters a lot. I mean, there's nothing like playing this game in front of this crowd when they're into it. I mean, it's electric. And, I think we discussed this one time before. It was, that Scottish night was here, and this place was just as loud as I've ever seen it. And we talked about like, hey, this is what it's like when you win here. And sure enough, it's exactly that. And the guys are getting to experience it, and there's no doubt it brings some energy and some extra little giddy up in our step, to do a little bit better when these fans are behind us.
How about that Durbin slide last night? How they missed the tag on him. He was,
oh shit, man! I tell you what, when that ball kicked away, I was like, go, go, go!
Yeah.
And I thought for sure, man, that was closer than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, way closer than I thought.
He laid him.
Man, what a slide! What a slide!
See that?
I mean, he's a gamer, man.
He is. That guy can play.
He want to win.
He's
showing you he wants to win.
Yeah, he's a gamer.
No doubt. I mean, this guy is just. I mean, he's beat up too, man. He's like a human pinata right now, and just. I mean, but I tell you what, this guy posts every day, and I tell you, you couldn't tell he's hurt. You couldn't tell anything. This guy just wants to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go back to the fans. And when I say fans, I mean fans on the road. What type of reception are you getting on the road? And is there a big following of Red Sox fans when you guys do go on the road?
A huge following. I tell you what, like, I know it's Sacramento, and we talked about that ballpark, but if we weren't playing there, I don't know if anybody would have been in the ballpark. It was all Boston people, It was crazy. It was like, playing a spring training game in Fort Myers, But in Pittsburgh, same thing. I mean, you hear the "Let's go Red Sox," and then the Pirates fans try to boo it out, and they just can't.
Yeah.
And they just
After the
see
rain
to
delay,
it.
there was
And,
only Red Sox fans after that
oh,
too.
that's it. That's it. Absolutely. They're amazing people, man, and they're obviously, Sam. They're passionate, and they're not only passionate, they're knowledgeable. And they know what
Yep.
they want to see, and I think these guys that are on the field right now are giving them what they want, and that's just good, hard baseball and some grit and some dubs, and I think we're being able to do that, and it's making it fun for everyone.
Awesome. Hey, Chad, we were out to dinner the other night getting some pizza, and you were telling me how you were going to the Roberto Clemente Museum. How was that? Must have been pretty awesome. Did you end up going?
Bro, I'm so glad you brought that up, G-Man. Let me tell you something. If anybody's listening and hasn't gone to that,
Really?
you're missing out, man.
Oh,
It is it's
wow.
unbelievable. What an incredible experience. We were fortunate enough to, the owner of it, opened it up for us after a ball game, and we were there from like I don't know, 9:30 to, or probably 10:30 to like 1:30. It,
Wow.
it was
Wow.
it was
That's
it
cool.
was impressive.
Nice.
But you can't do it in one day, really. There's so much in there, and it's just not Clemente. I mean, there's other sports legends that are in there, and but the impact he had on and off the field, you feel it in that place. But there's a winery down at the bottom. I mean, it's incredible. I
That's
mean,
awesome.
I highly recommend it. But I'm so glad you brought that up.
Cool.
That's glad to get to share that.
Yeah, nice.
Well, you mentioned the word impact. And yesterday, of course, I was walking around Fenway, had a chance to see Sam Kennedy, congratulated him because he was the guy out in front saying that they would never sell the team. Does that trickle down to the team and to you guys, or does that even matter, or do you hear that noise as well?
No, I don't think it matters at all to us. I will say this: the only time it mattered is when we were not playing very well, and the chance here at home or sell the team. That kind of got under our skin, So
Yeah, that's annoying.
that's the only time I think we even worry about that. And I know some guys took that to heart, and it was almost embarrassing,
Yeah,
for
right.
us. And
Right.
but I'm glad the guys kind of responded and rebounded, and we put ourselves in a position to, make a run here.
It's awesome.
Speaking of making runs, when you guys are out there, are you to the point, and I think I asked you on the field, where you could just throw your glove out on the field and anticipate a win? Are you at that
Oh,
point, or are you guys really still having to dig the way you've been doing?
we're digging, and I don't think we've ever, we've taken some time off the field as far as pregame, just because it is that time of the year where guys are feeling it, and there's no doubt you should be feeling it, right, at this time of the year. So
Hold
we're
on,
trying to.
hold on, Chad. You're right.
Yep.
I've been at a lot of games here lately. No batting practice. I didn't see you take batting practice in L.A., not in Boston. Is that just the norm now because of, like you said, people are tired, or is it more about the weather?
I think it's just to protect guys. I mean, you see our lineup, and with the exception of a few guys, these guys have been mainstays in our lineup through day one. I can go down the list with Durbin, JD, Willier, Wilson, Raffy. These guys. They play every single day, and we're sitting here and you know into July and coming into August now, and we're getting toward the end of August, and we're just trying to keep these guys off their feet, keep them,
Rested. Yeah.
as fresh as we can, so they can go out and give everything they got at first pitch. So, I think that plays into it, but that is the only part I would tell you that uh, has kind of tapered off. We every day in our advance and our hitters meetings, it's all focused on how to attack and what our game plan is, and nothing is being taken for granted. That's for sure.
It's funny. They thought Tolly would be getting tired because he's not used to pitching a lot of innings, but he looks like he's getting stronger as the season's going into the August and September.
Yeah, he's in beast mode, man. It's incredible. Like what he's done and how he continues to do it. Like, so he's reached innings he's never reached before, and
Knock on
like you
wood.
said, he's getting stronger. So he's got a big one today, and I know he's going to be amped up for it and ready to go, and I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, I'm too.
Yeah, we're talking about pitchers and like you mentioned, guys getting breaks and time off. Are they setting up any type of rotation, or is it too early? Are they setting up any particular looks against lefties or righties? Or once again, is it too early and do you not want to tell your strategy?
No, I think it's too early. Like, the funny thing is like we ran into a 16 games in a row, followed by 14. I think today is 14 in a row. So when you have that kind of span where you're playing consistently, you're trying to give your starters an extra day and not run them out on the fifth day. So we've been able to do that during this stretch. So there's some planning there. Strategic wise for the bullpen, I mean, those guys let us know every day what's happening there, how they feel, where they're at. And, that's word of mouth. And then, obviously if you've thrown a couple days in a row, obviously you're going to have the day off. But there's been no planning like trying to predict what our rotation is going to look like going into anywhere. But, Bells and Trace do such a good job of being ahead of everything. So, but I do know, like, as of right now, we're just going day by day.
All right.
Win by win. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. So, well, we appreciate you coming
Wait,
on. Is there anything else you want to throw at us? Because we kind of like to hear from you and what's going on with you and what you see behind the scenes.
Man, it's just the good vibes, man. Like,
Awesome.
honestly, it was, it was a long, what day was that? Sunday in Pittsburgh, where we had the rain delay, and the guys, just kind of we had some traffic, and guys were a little pissed off that we couldn't get the big hit to win the ball game or win a series. But the way they responded and how the vibes have been here, man, it's been great. And win or lose, man, you see what these guys do, man. They grind. They never give up. I think every single loss on that road trip, we had the time run at the plate or on the on deck circle, and just never quit, man. And I've been blessed to be a part of this group and watch them. I told this a few people I was fortunate enough to be up here in 2018, and that vibe was like nobody beats us, and like that's more of a star-studded team in 18 than this one, but the grit of this team, man, you get that same feeling, and it's really, really fun to be a part of.
Yeah, and another crazy stat from the other night was that it was the first time the Red Sox hadn't struck out in the game since like 1945 or something like that. Yeah,
How about that?
that was crazy. I mean, that's a crazy. They're doing some crazy things this year.
Yeah, game one in Arizona, right here.
Yeah.
We did not strike out.
Not one strikeout.
Well, you could tell
incredible.
Sam Horn wasn't playing then.
I don't think there's a game I've ever played in that I didn't strike out.
That's what I'm saying. I know I wasn't playing.
Right.
Absolutely. You can guarantee you there was one.
That's an awesome accomplishment just in itself. It's kind of cool, since the 40s.
No, it was
like crazy.
Yeah. It was incredible.
And I just want to give a shout out to the Jimmy Fund as well, because it's that week where everyone's donating money. So anybody watching,
did they break that record?
They broke it last night, 8 million or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So if anyone, we'll put the link on our YouTube channel when we put this out, and hopefully some people can donate. But it's a great thing to do, and it's a really nice thing the Red Sox do every year. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Did you go on the
I personally did not. I have a hard time speaking in this thing right here. You know what I mean? But I will say to add on to those kids last night, watching them take the field, and I know it touched a lot of people, and cancer is such evil thing, and but how this city in this area, the New England area, gets behind us and to shatter that record and break that record. And I know everyone involved will support it and stand up for it. And it definitely puts things in perspective for these players, man, and how blessed we are. And I would challenge everybody. I know people go through some tough times and have hard days, but man, we are so blessed to be able to do what we do, man, and be healthy. But
I was at the game last night, so it was exciting to see the little young girl sing the national anthem.
How
She
about
did
it?
an awesome job.
Nailed it. It was great. And her dad sitting right there playing that was
Guitar,
that's awesome.
that was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
And then as we come to a close here, and I know the season is not over, Epi, what has been your most memorable moment thus far? What are you the most happiest about, or what are you most excited about?
I can tell you what has happened so far that has occurred already was that plate meeting with my son.
That was awesome.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That was awesome.
That'll be unmatched. Yeah. But what I'm excited for is what this team is going to do in the playoffs. I'm really excited about seeing these guys get rewarded and, obviously, hopefully get in and what they can do once they get in.
Are you guys going back to Kansas City, or are you guys, is Kansas City coming
here? No, they actually come here.
Okay.
They actually come here, I think, first week of September.
Yeah. A couple weeks. Yep.
Yeah, and how about, I know I'm putting the cart in front of the horses, but if everything stays the same, how about the Field of Dreams game with the Royals?
That's sick next year. That's going to be insane.
Yeah.
That's going to be insane.
That father-son little thing
there,
man,
yeah. You got to do that.
That's going to be but like I told Drew, I'll bang it up before, don't worry about it. There you go.
Well, I want to toot my own horn, so to speak. If you ever looked at the original movie, they had the scorecard of the Orioles.
No kidding.
And they had Sam
No
Horn
way. I didn't know that.
Batting fifth.
No way.
So I am
you're in the
there
movie
somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
You must have been slumping to be hitting fists, man. What the hell are you doing, bro?
Hey, you know how it is. You gotta go where you gotta go. I didn't mind batting behind Cal Ripken. It was okay.
You got that right.
All right. In closing, once again, you want to tell our viewers anything as you're waving us around third, getting ready to score? What's going on for tonight?
Well, we're going to go out and play our kind of baseball, and I'll be waving guys home. And people that are watching, wave your drinks.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. Well, thank you,
Thanks,
Epi, for being a part of Sam Horn Live with
G-Man.
And we will see you again as we will be watching that arm. And we will see you next week so we can wave our people around. Have a good one there, Chad.
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks
Take
again.
care. You too.
All right. All right. As we were talking earlier, they were talking about some of the players like Anthony Story making a comeback. Is there enough room for those guys to actually come back and start to struggle, get played back into shape, or do you stick with the guys that got you there?
Right. I mean, that's a good question, because what if they do struggle? What do you do with them then? You have to. You're trying to get win a pennant, so it's not like you have time to let these guys, give them a couple weeks to acclimate to hitting again. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, I see it as guys who are, I see it as guys like that should maybe get the start and then pull them out of there. Let them get their feet wet again, but keep those guys who have gotten them there kind of fresh, because you never know if and when those guys might break down again.
Right.
Mentally, how they're going to, receive coming back and struggling early. Yeah. Hopefully everyone likes to get off to a good start.
Yeah. My worry is the chemistry in the clubhouse. I don't want to hurt that in any way, but I mean, that's just a wait and tell thing, because you see guys that have been playing there. They're the ones that have gotten the team winning, and now you got guys coming back that haven't done anything since April, and you're like, oh, I get to sit on the bench now after we've won 15 in a row, 9 in a row,
And I was the
catalyst of the whole thing. So there might be some little bitterness going on there, So I don't know. You You were a ball player back in the day. How do you think they're going to take it?
Well, I really believe guys are going to be a little
Cautious.
not really upset, but they're going to have a little tension, even if it's from within.
Right.
Meaning they're not going to show it because that's how you become a great team person.
Yeah.
You're talking about team chemistry, so you can't really always let your personal feelings out so that they hurt the team. But I'm thinking because they do have a 5-game lead as far as the wild card, and their schedule is pretty
it's
favorable.
pretty weak. Yeah.
They have some.
We got the Yankees. That's pretty weak.
Well, yeah, especially when
We beat them 8 times in a row or something like that.
No joke. But, they're coming back at a really good time because it's the end of the season.
Yeah.
So at least these guys who are trying to make a comeback, they know how important it is now. And I think they're going to feel the pressure more than the guy who they're replacing.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you there. Speaking of clubhouse chemistry, when you were playing, was there a guy in the clubhouse that you're just like, oh man, this guy's a real asshole? I can't. Like, was there one of those guys in there? There's always one or two, right?
I was going to say there's always one or two of those, especially when I played. We had those kind of guys on our team. But for me, I tried not to let it become a personal thing because we had a team goal, which was to win. And if I could help that guy and all when I'm playing and on the field, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But if he was outside and he had a flat tire and I was driving by,
I didn't see you.
Who was that? So who was that?
Roll over.
I'm not helping that guy if he's someone that I'm not really interested in, and that's life. That's life. That's not a bad thing or anything.
No matter where you are, we're at work or wherever you're working, there's always someone.
Yeah, and I used to say to guys, if someone drives by and they see you hanging off the cliff and they have one hand on, they're stepping on your fingers. Because they don't have to worry about you anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's when you're almost up there and now you ask for a hand and they can actually see that you're going to do something with it. They're willing to help you. You see, that's the difference for me.
Right, I got you.
So it's all about how those guys come back, and that's how we're going to come back. You're watching Sam Horn Live with
G-Man.